Well, good morning, guys, and welcome back to Weininger Racing. Well, I've been playing around on, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I got to get a shifter made for the golf cart to be able to switch from reverse to forward. And so far today, this is what I've come up with here. And the two cables come on in. This is the pivot point. So what I am going to end up doing, I'm going to end up flipping this over and basically drilling a hole straight down for that to rest into this plate down here. Okay, and then once that's done, then this here will need to be forced forward and back. And what that will do is switch directions of the cables. It'll pull one cable and push another to switch this. See, this has to go back and forth like that. So in order to get that action here, this needs to be a stationary pivot point, and this guy here needs to be able to go forward and back. So I'm going to drill a hole down there, flip this around, and that pivot point there will go into the hole. Then I'm going to devise, I'll have to create a linkage to go to a lever that's going to come on up, and it'll go back and forth there to force this back and forth, which will push and pull the cables. So that's my thought process. I'm going to start putting that together, and yeah, hopefully it'll work. I think it will. So anyways, but that's what I'm going to try. And I'll bring you guys back after I get a little bit done, and hopefully we'll just be able to mount this baby up and have forward and reverse on this kick-ass little car we're building. Alright guys, I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright guys, well this is what I come up with so far. And I still need to devise a way to hold that into the pivot point there. But as you can see, right now we're in forward. I had to elongate this a little bit, lower this hole here to get a little bit more throw to be able to get into reverse. But I think once I'm going to put a plate across here, tap it, so I can screw a screw down onto this to hold that into place. It will also hold this rod in place here. So I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but now what I might have to do, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to, is actually drill another hole. There will be a linkage from here to go through the lever that actually goes onto the front of the seat there, because this ends up being about to the back of the seat here. So I'm going to get the mechanism all working, make sure it shifts gears. I actually want to see this. I'll probably just tack this onto here so we can play with this today, and then make that apparatus to elongate this whole system to the front. It's basically just going to be tying. So I will end up just making this all function today. Go through and start up the motor, see it working, and then I have to make a linkage that goes from about the back of the seat here to the front here, so the lever will actually be here. That's going to take another linkage and lever extension thing. Anyways, it'll be easier if I just show you. All right, so I'm going to get this working right now. I gotta tap and send a screw on top of that pivot point there to hold that all in place. And then we'll see how well it works. So anyways, I'll be back in a little bit. So as you can see, it goes from forward into neutral, but it's not going back into the gears. This would, all the way there would be reverse. All I hear is some grinding going on down in there. And then we know forward works, but there again. So I'm not sure what's going on in this box here, or whether I just need more travel out of this little guy that I built. It seems to go like all the way, and I've adjusted these cables. So I might have to get some assistance from someone. I put some oil in there. At first I was playing around, and it's like, oh, I better check to see if there's even any oil in it, when I heard the grinding. And oh boy, that was a problem. So it's full of oil to the point it's actually running over there. And it is not going into the gears after I get it into neutral. So I could have a problem with the differential. I'm gonna have to just learn more about this stuff and see what's going on. This apparently is some kind of governor. I don't know if there's, maybe I can eliminate something in there and it'll be good, but I can't imagine. I mean, this all the way there is forward, halfway is neutral, and then throw it all the way this way, which, now I've done this and given it just a little more, but that's as far as that moves. I mean, that will not move any further, and it is not wanting to engage. So I'm gonna have to see how these things work. And I mean, I could leave it in forward and that's it, but if I ever want to hit neutral, it's not going back in without me getting out of the car and playing with this. Yeah. Well, guys, the golf cart's gonna need some work here. I'll still work on the brakes and get them working. I'm sure it's probably just something simple inside that differential. Like I said, this trick little shifter I built today, it seems to be, you know, everything's working down there. It does hit neutral. Neutral is right there at the midpoint. That is neutral. And it likes to stay in forward, neutral, push it all the way here, and I'm getting that grinding sound, the same sound that I get when I'm trying to get it to go back into forward. So anyways, I'm done working on this today. I'm gonna have to learn more about golf cart differentials, I guess, but I'll get it working. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. And anyone have any ideas, write them in the comments. At this point, I'm needing educating. Anyways, everyone have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.